At exactly 2 p.m. every day, the world around me rewinds like a broken clock, my memories slipping through my fingers like sand, and I wake up not knowing who I am or why I'm trapped in this endless cycle every day. Like clockwork, the world around me unravels at exactly 2 p.m. It's as if time itself rewinds, pulling the thread of reality apart, thread by thread. 1 minute, I'm living whatever fragment of the day I managed to hold on to. The next, everything collapses into darkness, then snaps back like a broken tape, rewinding and playing itself again. The house changes. Not drastically, but enough to make my skin crawl. A painting shifts on the wall. A chair moves from the corner to the center of the room. Books I swear I put on the shelf yesterday lie scattered on the floor. The clock resets its hands to a time I don't recognize. Even the sunlight filters through the windows differently, casting new shadows on walls that should be familiar but now feel alien. And then the worst part, I forget. The moment the clock strikes 2, my mind shudders like a window slammed shut in a storm. Faces blur. Names vanish. My own identity slips through my fingers. I don't know where I am, who I am, or why this house feels like both a prison and a puzzle. Sometimes I wake up on the cold floor, sometimes on the couch, sometimes standing by the door like I'm about to leave. But I never remember how I got there. I try to hold on to pieces of myself, a memory, a name, a feeling, but it's like trying to grasp smoke. The harder I try, the more it slips away. The house watches me, silent and unyielding, like it knows the secret I'm desperate to uncover but refuses to share. And each reset feels heavier than the last. The fear grows in the pit of my stomach. The confusion thickens like fog in my mind. I'm trapped in a cycle I can't escape, condemned to live the same day, or maybe the same moment. Over and over again, losing more of myself with every reset. But even in the darkest moments, a small spark of defiance flickers inside me. I refuse to disappear without a fight. I have to remember. I have to break the cycle. Before there's nothing left of me to remember after countless resets, I started noticing things I couldn't explain. Little clues that weren't just random shifts in the house. At first, it was subtle. A scratched message on a mirror, too faint to read clearly at first glance. A torn piece of paper tucked under the rug. A faint scent of something burning lingering in the air, even though nothing was on fire. These clues felt like whispers from the house itself, or maybe from my forgotten self, trying desperately to reach me through the fog of amnesia. I began to hunt for them, piecing together fragments like a detective in a case where I was both the victim and the only witness. One day, I found a note pinned to the fridge, written in shaky handwriting I didn't recognize but felt terrifyingly familiar. Remember before, too. Don't let it take you. I clutched it like a lifeline, reading and rereading, as if memorizing those words could stop the reset from happening. Then there were the people. Not many come to this house, but the few who do behave strangely, as if they know the loop, as if they've lived through it before. Sometimes their eyes flicker with recognition when I look at them, and sometimes they avoid my gaze altogether. Their conversations hold double meanings, half-spoken warnings slipping through their words. And I started to catch fleeting flashes, images that aren't mine, memories that don't feel like they belong to this version of me. A laugh that sounds too cold, a scream that echoes in my chest, a face half hidden in shadow. Were these echoes from the past or warnings from the future? The house feels alive now more than ever. It's a cage, but also a riddle. I'm certain the answer lies somewhere in these clues, but every reset scrambles the pieces again, as if the house wants me to fail. But I'm learning, slowly. I'm learning to trust the fragments, to follow the trail even when my mind is blank. Because somewhere beyond the resets and forgetting, there's a truth, a reason I'm stuck in this nightmare. And if I can find it, maybe I can finally break free. The more I chase the clues, the heavier the weight of the truth becomes. The house is no longer just a prison. It's a mirror reflecting fragments of my shattered self. Every reset is not just a loss, but a warning. The cycle is more than a curse. It's a test. And the closer I get understanding it, the more I realize that breaking free isn't just about escaping the house. It's about facing the darkest parts of me that I've tried to bury. One afternoon, just before 2 p.m., I find myself standing in front of a cracked mirror, the surface fractured like my memories. I see a face, familiar but distorted, staring back. It's me, but not me. The reflection speaks without moving its lips, whispering secrets I'm not sure I'm ready to hear. The house hums around me, alive with anticipation. The choice is clear. Fight to break the loop and risk losing what little remains of my identity, or surrender to the cycle and fade into oblivion. I clutch the note I found pinned to the fridge, those desperate words burning in my mind. Remember before, too. Don't let it take you. But what if remembering means confronting the pain I've buried? What if forgetting was the only way to survive? As the clock ticks closer, the house shifts violently. Walls pulse, shadows crawl, and the air thickens with suffocating dread. My heart pounds like a drumbeat in the silence. Time slows. Then, with a sudden jolt, everything resets again. But this time, something is different. A spark of recognition. A flicker of defiance. I hold on to that spark as I wake, fragments of memory rushing back. Names, faces, moments I thought lost. I'm not just a victim of the cycle anymore. I'm a fighter. Yet, as I step into the new day, I wonder, will I break free completely, or will the house find another way to trap me? Is this my salvation, or just another layer of the nightmare? The clock nears 2 p.m. once more, and I'm ready even when life feels like it's resetting us, making us forget who we are or trapping us in cycles of confusion and fear. Our strength lies in the spark of memory and self-awareness. Holding on to that inner light, no matter how faint, gives us the power to fight back, reclaim our identity, and break free from the patterns that bind us. True courage is not just in escaping the nightmare, but in confronting the shadows within ourselves.